And we also have our actors. We have Clown Taryn. We have Steve there in the sound booth. Let's give all them a round of applause. And a thank you. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. Who likes bonfires? Who likes s'mores? Who likes grilling hot dogs on a fire? Who would like to stand in a fire? Oh, weird. You guys need help. All right. Do you think this would feel good, being in a whole thing of fire? Do you think you could last it in the fire? Who likes it being like 100 degrees outside when it's super hot? Who likes the hot weather, just standing out there in the blazing sun? I don't like to be hot. That's not fun, is it? I like to be in the pool and cool down and get myself all cool, but being in fire wouldn't be fun, would it? Well, guess what? We are going to introduce 3 people today: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the 3 men on fire.
This fire, it looks dangerous. I'd rather be juggling cotton candy or walking the tightrope.
Some challenges are like fire, though, Taryn. They test our faith and our courage, but when we stand with God, we are never alone. Everybody have your seat. We got some.
Jeremiah. Thank you, sir.
We will not bow to idols. Our hearts belong to God.
Even if flames surround us, He is with us.
And if we walk through the fire, we will not be burned.
You're so brave. I don't know if I could do that.
Taryn, courage grows from faith, not from comfort. God honors our hearts that we trust Him. Now we're going to show you what fire looks like. I got Brady, Colt, come up here. And Jeremiah, come here. I need you guys. Here, Brady, sit right here. Colt, you sit in between them. And Jeremiah, you sit right here. Nope, right here, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, right here. All right. You guys ever seen the inflatable, like, people out there? I want you to wave your arms in the air like you're the fire. Wave your hands like fire. Keep them on fire.
Wow! Look how hot it is, guys!
Look, God walks with us.
He is not outside the fire, He is in the fire.
And He will never leave our side.
So even in the scariest moments, we're not alone.
Exactly. Trust Him, and even impossible situations become testimonies of His power.
We are strong because God is with us.
He shields us and guides us and strengthens us.
And our faith shines brighter than any fire.
Wow, God really is with us, isn't He?
Every trial, every challenge, He walks with us. This is the greatest show of all. Let's give our Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego on our fire a round of applause. Go ahead and have a seat, boys. Go back to your seats. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So the 3 men that were on fire, we're going to talk about them. There ended up being 4 people in that fire when they got put in a fire. Who do you think the 4th person was? Anybody have a guess who the 4th person in the fire would be? Jesus, an angel, perfect. Because, what's our Bible verse this week? I can't remember. Anybody? John 3:16. Can you guys say John 3:16? So God loved Ayersville Community Church. God loved Ayersville, Ohio. God loved Defiance County, Ohio. God so loved the world. Does He take care of us? Has anybody ever had to do something really hard before? You ever had a hard homework or a really hard test, or in sports or something you had to work really, really hard? Do you have to do that by yourself?
No.
Who can you turn to?
Jesus.
Because He's going to have your back, right? All right. So we are going to tell the story of the three men on fire, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made a statue of gold, the height of which was 60 cubits. Anybody know what a cubit is? No. Me neither. All right, and its width, 6 cubits. He set it all on the plan of Dura in the province of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar, the king also sent word to assemble the satraps, the prefects, and the governors, the counselors, the chief treasurers, the judges, the magistrates, and all the administrators of the provinces to come to the dedication of the statue that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. So do you think they're going to praise this statue like a god? Does God like that when we have other gods? Did he like it when we've had all of our other stories when they have other gods? Why not? Because he's the only God, right? So, let's see what he does here. And they stood before the statue that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then the herald loudly proclaimed, "To you the command is given, you peoples, nations, and populations of all languages, that at this moment you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, trigon, psaltery, bagpipe, and all kinds of musical instruments. You are to fall down and worship the golden statue that Nebuchadnezzar has set up." Should we get down and praise the statue? You sure? What if it was super big and gold and we should praise it, right? Because that's awesome. No? All right, well, I'll keep reading the story then. Then Nebuchadnezzar was filled with wrath, and his facial expression was changed towards Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He answered by giving orders to heat the furnace 7 times more. What's that? Oh. And he ordered certain valiant warriors who were in the army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in order to throw them into the furnace of blazing fire. Then these men were tied up in their trousers. What's a trouser? Them big old pants that Taryn wears. Those are trousers. And then their coats, their caps, their other clothes, and were thrown into the middle of the furnace of blazing fire for this reason, because the king's command was harsh and the furnace had been made extremely hot. The flames of the fire of those men who took on Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but these 3 men fell into the middle of the furnace, blazing fire still tied up. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astounded and stood up quickly, and he said to his counselors, "Was there not 3 men in that fire?" So this is an oven, right? Let's say this is an oven. It's all on fire in here. I got 3 guys standing here. I just put them, and I'm going to put them on fire because I'm not a good guy, right? If I'm catching somebody on fire, does that make me a good person? Probably not. But the king's looking in here, and he's telling his people, "Are you sure we only put 3 people in that, right? 3 men on fire? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. 3 people. I can't count. I went to Defiance. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so I want to make sure we're right. They replied to the queen, "Absolutely, O king." He responded, "Look, I see 4 men untied and walking around in the middle of the fire, unharmed, and the appearance of the 4th is like the son of the gods." So who do you think that 4th person would be? Jesus? Maybe. I don't know. It's probably a ghost, right? The king was just seeing stuff because we praise the golden statues, so there's no such thing as Jesus. No? Okay. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in rage and anger, gave orders. Skip this page here, Steve. I think I had it backwards. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the door of the furnace of blazing fire. He said, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out, you servants of the Most High God, and come here." Have we heard that a lot this week? Whenever somebody has a different God and they punish the people that believe in God, do they end up believing in that God at the end of it? There's something similar here, right? So that shows that there's probably only one real God, right? Probably. Are we sure? There's probably multiple gods. It's just not our one God, right? You sure? Okay. You servants of the Most High God, and come here. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the middle of the fire. The satraps, the prefects, the governors, the king's counselors gathered together and saw that the fire had no effect on their bodies. For these men, even the smell of the fire touched them. Nebuchadnezzar responded and said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego." Didn't that just happen with Daniel? When they pulled him out of the lion's den, the king said, "Praise the Lord of Daniel," the God of Daniel. So, came to the middle of the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants who put their trust in him, violating the king's command and surrendered their bodies rather than serve or worship any gods except their own God. Therefore, I make a decree that any people, nation, or population of any language that speaks anything offensive against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be torn limb from limb, and their houses be made rubbish heap, because there is no other God who is able to save in this way. Then the king made Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego prosperous in the province of Babylon. What do you think that means? But whoever does not fall down and worship shall immediately be thrown in the middle of a furnace of fire. Therefore, as soon as the peoples heard the sound of the horn, you know what? We're going to scratch that. I think I had some of this mixed up a little bit. You guys get the point here, though, right? If we praise another God, nothing bad's going to happen, right? We run away from God, nothing bad's going to happen, right? We don't want to be part of God, nothing bad's going to happen, right? Or is something bad going to happen? What about you, Mila? What do you think? Yeah. How about you? Do you think if we run away from God, everything will be okay? Should we stay with him? I'm going to go build a big old golden statue of a very handsome ringmaster, and we're all going to worship it. That's what we should do, right? No? Why not? Have I not entertained you this week? No? Well, why shouldn't I be worshipped, right? My reign of terror is over. You're right, though. We shouldn't praise because every time... So do you guys remember who we learned about our first day? Jesus, right? We learned that was the greatest show of love. The next day, we learned about the strong man Samson, right? All of his powers left him, but who did he have on his side? Who did Samson still have on his side? Who did he put his trust in? Jesus. And then Wednesday, we had our friend Jonah. God told him to go talk to people, right? And go spread his word. Jonah's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go the other way. He gets on a boat to go to another place. What happened to him? He got ate by a whale and then thrown up by the whale. Gross, huh? But why did God let him out of the whale? Because he prayed. So then yesterday we talked about Daniel, right? We don't like the hole, we don't like the dark, and we definitely don't like sleeping with lions, right? Hey, you guys separate. Brady, go sit over there. We definitely do not want to sleep with lions, do we? Why not? Because they could bite you. They could eat you, make you dinner. I don't know. You guys are little. You guys might be a nice little midnight snack, though. Probably not a full dinner. My reign of terror is done. But did Daniel got thrown in the hole, right? They put the lid on him all night long with the lions. Did he get eaten? Did he become a midnight snack? What happened? The angel shut the lion's mouth. So he was safe. Why did the angel save him? Why did the angel save him? Anybody?
Because he likes him.
Understand? Because what? He prayed. He trusted in who? He didn't trust in himself? He didn't trust in a golden statue? He didn't trust in other gods? What about our three friends today? They got thrown into a fiery furnace, right? Would you guys like that? But they saw 4 people in there. Who was the 4th person again? What did they say? They sent an angel to be with them, right? Why did they send an angel to be with them? because they believed in the golden statue? Are you sure they didn't praise the golden statue? They praised King Nebuchadnezzar, right? They praised God. That's what you have to do, right? So, do you guys see that this week? Every time you think you can get away from God, or that there should be other gods, who always is there for you? In every story we've told, who's always been there for them? God. That's perfect. And that's exactly what we need to remember with everything that we do. That for God so loved just these characters, right? For God so loved that he gave his one and only son, the greatest show of love, so that anyone, right? Not just these people, right? Not just the people in the Bible, but that if anyone believes in him, won't die, but they get to go where? In heaven with Jesus forever. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that great that we know that we always have somebody we can turn to? Do you guys have a good friend? Do you guys have friends that you talk to? You have your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles that you talk to, people you can trust. But you guys always need to know deep in your hearts that you always have Jesus that you can turn to and trust, okay? I want you to take that this week from the lessons that you've learned, that no matter what, no matter how hard things get, no matter how bad things get in your life, you're always going to have Jesus to have in your life. Isn't that exciting? He's not going to get mad at you if you have a secret handshake. He's not going to get mad at you if you don't listen to him. He gets upset when you don't listen, right? I mean, upset enough that he made Jonah get swallowed by a whale when he didn't listen to him. But in the end, he protected Jonah, right? And so he'll protect you guys too. Awesome. I didn't ask this earlier because I had to see if I could get it right. We have over here, let's see if I can get it right, the last night, we have over here our lions, right? Yes, I got